911, what's your emergency?
Help! The orca attacked her! Come fast!
Smiling, waving, routine. Then, the violent splash. A scream cut short, the chilling sound of tearing, dragged beneath the surface, gripped by a killer whale. Tilikum, no accident, but a living nightmare.
The ongoing battle over the video showing the death of the trainer killed by a whale at SeaWorld. That controversial video is now at the center of a very public court case.
Witnesses remember the sudden, violent spray, a geyser signaling chaos, the piercing scream that shattered the sunny afternoon. Then, an unnatural silence. Heavy, bone-chilling. The orca's massive head breached, water sluicing off black and white. In his jaws, Dawn Brancheau, Limpio. The pristine pool water churned crimson. Crowds froze, paralyzed. Some fumbled for phones, a morbid reflex. Others stood statue still, disbelief locking their limbs. What were they witnessing? An attack? A rescue gone wrong?
In 2010, trainer Dawn Brancheau died when the whale pulled her under and she drowned.
If you think you know where this ends, you don't. Not yet. Make sure to like and subscribe, as the truth lies deeper than the pool Tilikum was caged in. Trainers had worked with Tilikum for years. They knew his staggering size, the largest orca ever held captive. They knew his terrifying power. And they knew his bloody history.
By the time I had gotten there, Tilikum, the whale, had Dawn, he had Dawn in his mouth, holding on to her.
2 deaths already stained his record. A drifter, Daniel Dukes, was found naked, lifeless, and draped across his back in a Canadian marine park. Ruled an accidental drowning. Was it? A trainer, Kelty Byrne, was found dead inside Tilikum's tank at SeaWorld Orlando, naked, bruised, and mutilated. Drowning. Or was it something more? Warnings were written. Internal reports flagged his aggression and his unpredictable nature under stress. But the multi-million-dollar show went on. The tanks stayed open. The performances dazzled crowds. And Tilikum, he wasn't just performing, he was learning. Every cheer from the bleachers. Did it sound like prey? Every trainer's gesture? Was it a challenge? Every slip, every moment of vulnerability? He was watching, not trained, studying, calculating, waiting for the perfect moment. How long had he planned this? What was the final trigger? That day, a picture-perfect Orlando afternoon. The stadium was packed. Dawn, experienced and trusted, knelt at the pool's edge. Her hand brushed the water's surface, a connection. And in one brutal, lightning-fast lunge, she was gone, snatched, dragged down into the blue void.
At that point, it looked like sort of her torso because I could see her head. Okay. And I could also see that her hair was missing. Okay.
Beneath the surface, Tilikum held her, not playfully, possessively, pulling her deeper, away from air, away from help, spinning her, a violent, dizzying whirl, again and again and again. Was this punishment, a game, or something far more chilling? If you like what you're seeing so far, don't just watch, like, subscribe, because what happens next is bound to haunt you. For 35 agonizing minutes, the underwater struggle raged. Staff scrambled in panic, nets deployed, lifelines thrown. Deafening emergency whistles pierced the air, desperate banging on the tank walls, but he wouldn't release her. His grip was iron, his movements deliberate. It wasn't a frenzied attack, no blind rage. It was methodical, purposeful, calculated, almost ritualistic. Her injuries told the horrifying story the park tried to bury. Scalp torn away, arm severed, ribs shattered, spine fractured, injuries incompatible with a quick death. A story of prolonged suffering too brutal to show on screen, yet every ghastly detail is seared into the memories of those who watched helplessly. What did they see that the cameras missed? The official reports were clinical, chilling, But the real evidence, the raw footage, remains locked away, sealed by corporate decree or legal maneuvering, out of public sight, perhaps forever. Why? What's on that tape they're so desperate to hide? Who decided the world shouldn't see the full horror Tilikum inflicted? What were they protecting?
The risk is simply too high to allow these videos to be released to the public. The internet has changed things, and there are individuals who will do disturbing things with these videos.
Interviews with former trainers peel back the glossy park facade, revealing a culture of deep-seated fear. A corporate machine obsessed with profit and image, silencing safety concerns. Warnings about Tilikum's volatility, dismissed. Near misses, buried in internal memos. Risks, ignored, until blood stained the water. How many close calls were there? How many whispers were silenced?
The issue before this court is what happens to those records when they are through with their job.
Tilikum wasn't just any orca. He was a genetic goldmine, forcibly bred relentlessly, his sperm used worldwide. He was the star attraction, a ticking time bomb in a concrete prison. Experts labeled him unpredictable, a convenient term, but those who worked closest with him saw something else. Precision, intent, an unsettling, almost human-like awareness. Did he understand his captivity? Did he understand death?
May have started as play or frustration and clearly escalated to be very violent behavior.
The attack on Dawn wasn't over in seconds. It stretched into an eternity of horror. And in those final desperate moments, something passed between predator and prey. A chilling connection witnessed by traumatized onlookers. Something primal, unfathomable. Some called it pure rage. Others whispered, revenge. Revenge for the day he was torn from the wild waters of the North Atlantic, dragged from his pod, and condemned to a lifetime in a concrete pool. What we do know is this: SeaWorld never again allowed trainers in the water with Tilikum, but they didn't release him, didn't retire him to a sea pen, didn't stop the shows where he still performed, a lethal giant circling his tank. And as the years crawled by, chilling whispers persisted. Stories hushed in break rooms, rumors of incidents that never made headlines, close calls meticulously scrubbed from records. How many near-fatal encounters were covered up? Could it happen again? That depends entirely on who you ask and what they're willing to admit. Yet the question still remains: did Dawn Brancheau see it coming, or was trust her last mistake? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.